And liftoff of Falcon 9, carrying the Bluebird 1 satellites into space. That's 5 satellites. Let's listen in. Man, that vapor cone was absolutely beautiful. It even did the giant vapor ring. I love when that happens.
Yeah, that was really cool in general, seeing it find that needle through the clouds.
Right.
And the exhaust lighting up all the different layers, and the sound was incredible.
I never know when to start talking again because I want to let the crackle linger as long as possible, but sometimes something cool happens and I have to just unmute myself and be like, ooh. But yeah, there you go. You can see the exhaust plume from Falcon 9's 9 Merlin engines expanding as the rocket ascends into thinner and thinner atmosphere. I say that every stream, but it's a phenomenon I find really beautiful and interesting and sort of helps illustrate the rocket's position in space. Well, space as in, the locations around the Earth, as it ascends into the more tenuous part of the atmosphere. Plume getting really nice and blue. There's MECO. Very shortly, we should see second engine start. But also, this is an RTLS. So the booster's coming back to land at the Cape. There's stage SEP. So hopefully we have some excellent views of that. Wow. Speaking of excellent views.
That is a cool view.
You can see at the bottom there is the second stage. Up top is the first stage doing its boost back burn. And that beautiful light show we just saw is the interaction between the plumes of the first stage and the second stage. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
So now the first stage will continue on its way back towards the Cape. Look at that!
That is so cool. Yeah, this burn is currently using 3 of those Merlin engines, so it uses 9 on the way up, 3 for the boost back, and then sometimes we'll have to wait and see. It is a single engine entry burn, and there's shutdown of that boost back burn. There's the payload stack on the second stage. Sometimes that entry burn is 1 engine, in which case the landing burn will be a 1-3-1 configuration. And the landing burn is a single engine. My guess is, since this seems to be like a fairly low performance mission, they will be doing a 1-3-1 entry burn and then a single engine landing burn, since that puts a little bit less stress on the booster. But we'll have to wait and see. Both of those are coming up, the entry burn in about 2.5 minutes or so, as you can see on the bottom, and then landing burn shortly after.
Good deal. I always love this part. It's another thing I say, I feel like I say every launch, but just watching the telemetry, watching the second stage pile on velocity while the first stage descends and slowly scrubs off velocity. It at times speeds up, at times slows down. And yeah, here we go. There you go. You can see it speeding up as it's reached apogee and begins falling back towards the Earth. Just so... Trevor, rockets are cool.
I agree. Rockets are quite cool.
Good deal.
They're also really hot.
Well, yeah.
That engine belt,
look at that nozzle.
Yeah, you would not want to touch that.
You could probably cook bacon on it pretty well, though.
I think the bacon would get burned quite quickly.
You just got to flip it.
Which is a good thing.
All right. First stage is around 100 kilometers in altitude. Second stage, 159. But really, just look at the velocity of the second stage. 10,000 kilometers an hour.
And rapidly rising.
And it's only like halfway there.
Coming up on entry burn of the booster here shortly. Also, I'd like to note, not a stubby nozzle, which is good.
Yeah, thankfully.
I think we can all agree stubby nozzle bad.
Yeah, I know Max especially hates stubby.
Well, Max has good takes, you know? Max always has good takes about basically everything. Not only does he shoot amazing content and, you know, photos and videos and everything, but he also has good takes. He takes good photos and videos and has good takes, and he hates the stubby nozzle. So, you know, that's why we like him. Here we go. Here's entry burn.
Lord's Coast.
Nice.
Wow, that was short.
A live view of the entry. Yeah, that did.
Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, that looks like just a single engine to me. So if that is just a single engine, we will look at the landing burn. I predict it will be 131 based on what I saw there. So let's pay attention to that. If it is 131, you'll see the single center engine ignite and the two outer ones ignite briefly, and it'll kind of form a line. But there you can see the landing zone in the light with the booster having a little bit of oscillation as it makes its way toward that.
Fantastic. 6 kilometers in altitude for the booster, coming through 1,200 miles an hour. Sorry, kilometers an hour. Really scrubbing off the speed there. Look at that fantastic view from the first stage as it barrels towards the Florida coast.
There are those burns.
Booms.